morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to take a look at some important new reveals that came around from Obsidian Flames. And we're going to start off with our lovely friend Joe, he of Cerebi.net, because he went and revealed... Well, he actually revealed the Cleffa, which I absolutely adore. But before we talk about the Cleffa, we have to go and talk about the Dragonite. The Dragonite is a pretty big deal. And the reason the Dragonite is a pretty big deal is because this is one of the ones from the Omakase decks that we weren't sure we were actually going to be getting. Now, the way they did it over in Japan is they basically had a bunch of EX start decks. They had 8 EX start decks that you can go into a shop and buy, and over the World Championships I will be hopefully going into Pokemon centers and buying all 8 of them. But they were all deceived, because another 2 were made. These are, they what's called the Omakase decks. Omakase is kind of, it's a Japanese term, it generally translates as chef's choice. It basically means letting somebody else choose for you. And if you get one of these, then you get one of the 8 decks at random, or you get one of the extra decks. One of the extra decks was Greedent. Now, we did get the official English reveal of Greedent the other day. We knew that was coming. That is official. That is all confirmed. We hadn't had the reveal of Dragonite. Now we have, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have. And this is a big deal because it means it's definitely coming in the set. You know, just a couple of days ago I told you about Greninja EX, which was from the EX decks over in Japan, and that has been taken out to be put into an EX deck over here, and it means that it's not going to be in Obsidian Flames. Greninja is being cut from Obsidian Flames to be in its own deck. It's not a given that these are going to be in Obsidian Flames. We knew at this stage that most of them were going to be in there. So having the reveal that they're actually going to be in our set is, quite frankly, a pretty gosh darned big deal. But is Dragonite actually any good? And the answer is, it's alright. Might be okay. I do remember it is a Terra EX, but it is a Dragon type Terra EX, which means that actually it's not got a funny typing or different weakness or any of that. It is very much just a regular EX, but a Terra version. So, hey, it takes no damage on the bench. And what we've got here is single energy, 70 damage, 2 energy, 140, flip a coin. If heads, 140 more. If tails, it can't attack next turn. Well, the not attacking next turn really isn't a big deal, but 140 for 2 energy on what is a stage 2 is. And there are 2 cards that would basically make this way better that we don't have anymore. So double dragon energy that would make this a single energy attack. That would help a lot. And Glimwood Tangle, the stadium that says if you flip a coin for an attack and it's tails, you can flip again, the one from Darkness Ablaze, that would be good. Like, if this was a single energy attack that gave you essentially a 75% chance of doing 280 damage, the magic number to KO Pokemon V-Star, yes, I am in. That is awesome. Unfortunately, we don't have either of those cards right now, so I think that tells you everything you need to know about how much I like this card. Definite potential, but the flippiness and the stage 2 is a problem. But Joe also went and revealed Cleffa. Now, this is the Hyganasuke Cleffa. It's not just the best artwork in the set, and as far as we're aware, there's no Okacheke in this set so far. There may be some secret rares which haven't been revealed which are Okacheke, but as it stands at the moment, we've not got any Okacheke. I don't think any of the special arts or any of that are in there. I'm pretty sure there's no Okacheke. I'm pretty sure this is the best artwork in the set. It's absolutely stunning. I am frankly jealous that Joe got this reveal. I'll be honest with you, I like Joe. Joe's a lovely person. I'm mad at Joe because Joe got to reveal this card and I didn't, and that makes me both sad and jealous. But it's a stunning Cleffa. It's the one 0 energy draw to your 7 cards in your hand, but you got 30 HP, so you're almost certainly giving up a prize to do so. Do remember, of course, that this Cleffa is actually a pre-release promo as well, so we do have that artwork, which is rather lovely, and the regular art is done by Kuramitsu, that usually would beat any other print of it, but this Hyganasuke one is just off the charts amazing. So you got 3 different options, you can choose whichever one you like. It's not terribly relevant like Dragonite, because we kind of knew Cleffa was going to be in the set, because pretty much all of Obsidian Flames will be, but it's still nice that we get to see it and get to enjoy it, and life is good. Now, there was another EX that was revealed, and that was Pidgeot. Now, I've not seen an English version of this. If I am mistaken, please do let me know. This was revealed by jpgames.d, a German site, so we have a German version of Pidgeot, and it kind of weirds me out now that I'm in a position where I actually find it significantly easier to translate Japanese cards than random European languages. Random European languages I can sometimes fumble through, but now I can just read Japanese Pokemon cards 99% of the time, which is honestly weird. But yeah, Pidgeot's great. Pidgeot is, of course, a reprint, ability-wise, of course, of the Pidgeot we had from a while ago. It's got an ability that says, once during your turn, search for any card, which is ridiculous. You can only use one of these abilities per turn, even if you've got multiple Pidgeot, but it just lets you search for any card. And since this card was revealed in Japanese, there's been this fantastic back and forth where seemingly half of the community's going, this is absolutely busted, it's going to be a staple and everything, oh my goodness, I love it. And half of the player base is going, people only like this because of nostalgia, this card is trash in 2023. And of course, it's overwhelmingly likely that the reality is going to be somewhere in the middle. It's not going to be a staple in every deck, but it is going to be great in some decks. It is not going to be bulk or garbage or some of the other words that people have been using. That's just not the way it's going to go. But that doesn't mean it's not an extremely cool card, and it doesn't mean that it's not one that's going to see a bunch of play. The attack is 2 energy, 120, and if you really want to, you can discard a stadium. Yeah. Sweet, I suppose. But, yeah. It's not exactly an amazing attack. This is one of those ones, make no mistake about it, we are very much playing it for the ability, we are not playing it for the attack, and I don't think that's a controversial statement. But it's still an important card to confirm. Again, all of these cards, we can't take it for granted they're going to be in the set. It's almost certain they will be. It is extremely likely they will be. It would be a big surprise if they weren't. I could keep going with these kind of phrases, but hopefully you get the point. But the fact of the matter is, there comes a point where we need cards like this. This is one of the cards from the set that people are very, very hyped about. It is one of the cards that people are the most excited about. So, yeah, this is quite a big one, ladies and gentlemen. This is one that people have been waiting for. Now, one that I've been waiting for because it's beautiful is Poppy. And we do have confirmation. Now, this is coming in French from PokeCardX over on Twitter, but we've got confirmation that Poppy is going to be coming. And this is, of course, the lovely alternate artwork, which it's a special illustration rare because it's got the 2 gold stars on it. Oh, I love this. It's she's sleeping on Copperaja, and I love Copperaja. Now, partly it's because I did the Copperaja reveal for Paldea Evolve. That makes me a little bit biased, I'll be honest with you. Partly it's because I really like that card and want it to work. Partly it's because Copperaja is one of the best Pokemon from that generation, from Gen 8. And partly it's just because this is a really cool card. And I like this. I like it very much indeed. Lets you move 2 energy from one of your Pokemon to another. And I have, when talking about this previously, compared it to Lucian's Assignment. And I keep mentioning how I played this card and loved it back in the day, back in the Diamond and Pearl era. And I'm not being inundated with messages from people being like, oh, mate, I played that card too. It was so good. It might just have been me. But either way, being able to move energy from one Pokemon to another and then launching a surprise attack your opponent didn't think you were able to do Yeah, that's a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. That is a kind of thing that will win you games. That was what Lucian's assignment did for me back in the day, and that is what this can do for basically anybody that chooses to play it. Don't sleep on this card. This could be a very good card. Now, there's 3 more reveals I'm going to mention very quickly. They're not the most exciting reveals. But it's weird. The Radio Times in the UK went and revealed Eevee, Umbreon, and Espeon. Now, these are cards we've seen before. They're cool, don't get me wrong. But the Radio Times went and revealed them. That's weird, ladies and gentlemen. That's very, very weird. For context here, the Radio Times is basically a magazine over in the UK that you buy to see what's on telly. It's like a television guide that you buy. There's some articles in there, but you generally buy it to see what's on the telly. Before the internet was big, Radio Times was awesome. Everybody loved it, or, you know, there were lots of alternatives you could use instead. But, yeah, them revealing Pokemon cards is weird to me. But they did. We've got the Eevee that lets you attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. We've got the Espeon. Now, I don't like the second attack, 60 plus paralysis on a coin flip, no. But I do like the first attack, 30 plus 10 more for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. It's a single energy attack, and there's lots of stuff that evolves from Eevee, so I do like the idea of playing this as a little tech. Like, if you're playing Eevee anyway, if you're playing Psychic or an energy that counts as Psychic, think Luminous Energy as an example, then yeah, put this in as a 1-card tech and potentially be able to get a cheeky, you do a bit of damage, decent amount of damage, like half the amount of damage you need, and then Espeon comes in and finishes it off. Like, it's not some kind of game-breaking card that everyone's going to start building their deck around, but as a 1-card tech in Eevee decks anyway, I actually legit like it. Umbreon's the best evolution, but both the attacks are bad. First attack, 50 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. If it was 70, and you could be KOing evolving Pokemon and support Pokemon, yes, 50 is not good enough. And then free energy, 140, can't attack next turn. Free energy, 140 on a stage 1 isn't good. To then also say I can't attack next turn, honestly, just seems a little bit petty. Sorry. Never mind, eh? The big reveal here really is Dragonite and the fact that that is confirmed to be coming. But knowing we're getting Pidgeot is a very big deal. The poppy artwork is amazing. I'm excited for Obsidian Flames, but I want to know if you're excited for Obsidian Flames. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Landon Dastrup, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. One of the loveliest people who's been supporting us really for the longest time. So massive shout out to Landon for just being awesome. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.